We discuss State Assembly. Now we will discuss State Council. Right. So as we discussed earlier also, in case of India, there is no uniformity in the state legislature. Some of the states are unicameralism and some of the states are bicameralism. Unicameralism means only single house. What is that house? State Assembly, Vidhan Sabha. Bicameralism means having two houses. What are those two houses? Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, or State Assembly or State Council. The member of State Assembly are called MLA, Member of Legislature Assembly, and the member of State Council, those are called MLC, Member of Legislature Council. Only 6 states are having what? Bicameralism, that is both the Assembly as well as the Council, Vidhan Sabha as well as the Vidhan Parishad. Right. So in our constitution, it is clearly mentioned under Article 169. What is that? Article 169 deals with creation as well as the abolition of council, legislature council, state legislature council. Now I will just mention word council. Easy for us, no? Okay. So under Article 169, okay, it is says that Parliament has an authority. Who? Parliament has an authority to create the council or to abolish the council. Parliament has an authority. Remember, and to doing such thing, that means creation or abolition of council, there is no need to amend the constitution. No need to amend constitution. It is clearly mentioned. So that means the bill for the purpose of abolition or creation of state legislature council, it is not a part of Article 368. So 2 points you need to remember. What are those 2 points? Parliament has an authority to create or abolish the state legislature, and that creation or abolition of state legislature is not a part of Article 368. Okay. Now what is the procedure? Does Parliament has sole authority? No, there is no such thing. First of all, state legislature is there, no? Right? In state legislature, state assembly is there. We discuss that assembly is more powerful compared to the council. Okay. So in state assembly, majority of the members should present in the assembly. Majority of the members should present in that assembly session, and in that session only 2/3 member has to pass that resolution. 2/3 member has to pass the resolution. Resolution of what? Either creation or abolition of legislature council. Either creation or abolition of legislature council. You are understanding? At assembly, majority of the member present. In that also majority of the member, 2/3 of the member present and vote. For what? For resolution. Which resolution? The resolution deals with the creation and abolition of legislature council. Understood? So once it is done at state level, then that resolution will send to the Parliament. Then Parliament will introduce the bill. Bill. But remember, that bill is not a constitutional amendment bill, ordinary bill only. Okay. So Parliament will introduce the bill, any house. Okay, one house introduced a bill, passed. So Parliament has to pass that bill with simple majority, not special majority. At state level, state assembly has to pass that resolution with special majority. But at Parliament level, the bill has to pass by simple majority. Remember, very, very important. Okay, that is there. Then once the bill is passed by both the houses of the Parliament, then the bill will send to the assent of the President. Once the President give assent to the bill, then that bill become act. After that, President has to notify that creation or abolition of legislature council. After that notification only, creation or abolition of legislature council will take place, otherwise not. Okay, if the bill got the assent of the president, after that automatically there will not be a creation or abolition of council. After the what do you call this one, president give assent, president has to notify, issue the notification. In that notification, president should clearly mention that within 60 days of this notification, 30 days of this notification, there shall be a creation or abolition of legislature council in so and so states. Then only it can be created or abolished, otherwise not. Take an example of Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh is a unicameralism, right? But Madhya Pradesh Assembly passed the resolution for creation of legislature council in the year 1956 only, and parliament passed the bill and president give the assent also, but the president never issue the notification. Understood? So notification is also very, very important. So this whole procedure for procedure of creation and abolition of state legislature council, it is mentioned in article 169. Got it? So assembly is having a power to create the council at a state level. Then what is the composition? According to article 171, so the maximum member should not be more than 2/3 of the total member of state assembly. In state assembly we discuss, right? Maximum 500, minimum 60. So here what is that maximum? Maximum should not be more than, not 2/3, sorry, 1/3. The maximum member in the legislature council should not be more than 1/3 of the total seat of state assembly, and minimum it is 40. Maximum not more than 1/3 of the total seat of state assembly, and minimum it is 40. In case of assembly, maximum 500, minimum 60. Here minimum 40. Then what about the elections? So is there any direct election in case of legislature council? No. Right, that is an indirect election. How? Now we will discuss. 1/3 of the total members are there, na? Member of legislature council, they are elected by the state MLA. They are elected by whom? State MLA. 1/3 will be elected by the state MLA, and 1/3 will be elected by the state bodies. Like we have municipal corporation, district boards are there, right? Those will elect the 1/3. Okay. Then 1/12 will be elected by the graduate or teachers. Graduate students. The student who have completed their graduation 3 years back, or they have completed the graduation, then wait for 3 years, then they are eligible for voting. And teachers, private teachers and government teachers. Okay, so 1/12 will be elected by whom? Graduates as well as teachers. Then rest 1/6 are there, right? So those 1/6 are appointed by the governor. Rest 1/6 are appointed by the governor from the various fields like literature, science, technology. Okay, same like Rajya Sabha, remember? President will nominate 12 members in Rajya Sabha. So here also governor will nominate 1/6 of member in legislature council. Okay, and what about the tenure of this member? 6 years. The tenure of member of legislature council is 6 years. For every 2 years, 1/3 member will retire and 1/3 member will be elected. Same like Rajya Sabha. Same like Rajya Sabha. Understood? That is there. Any qualification, disqualification? Yes. What is that? Qualification here, citizen of India and must complete the age of 30 years. In case of assembly, 25. In case of council, 30. Rest everything is same. Qualification, disqualification, everything is same. Okay. Got it? Now, powers and function of legislature council. What is that legislature power they have? Bill can be introduced, bill can be discussed. Okay, bill can be introduced, bill can be discussed in ordinary bill. Ordinary bill, not money bill. Money bill we already discussed, na? Money bill can be introduced only in assembly. So here, any ordinary bill can be introduced, or can be discussed. Or here in Legislature Council, a bill which is passed by the State Assembly will send to the Legislature Council. In Legislature Council, the bill will be introduced, discussed. Remember 3 reading? Parliament level, first reading, second reading, third reading. Here also same procedure. Okay, so in this Legislature Council, the bill can be discussed or the bill can be amended. The bill can be discussed or the bill can be amended. Okay, but remember one thing here. If a bill passed by the Assembly, sent to the Council, Council can delay the bill. Can delay the bill, that is there. Or a bill passed in the Assembly, then the bill will send to the Council. Council has made certain amendment in the bill, and that what you call bill will send to the Assembly for correction. For correction or amendment. Assembly can pass that bill, okay, with amendments or without amendments. With amendments or without amendment. Then second time the Assembly will send that bill to the Council. If the Council has passed the bill, not passed the bill within 1 month, the bill automatically get passed. The bill automatically get passed. So here if you observe, there is no deadlock situation. In case of Parliament, we have, right, we have studied the deadlock situation is there, but in case of Assembly and Council, there is no such deadlock situation. Why? Because if the Council second time didn't pass the bill, no problem. Within 1 month, the bill will automatically get passed. Got it? So if no deadlock situation means no joint session only. Got it? So that is the power related to legislature power. Then financial power, hardly they have actually. Budget can be introduced and discussed in the Legislature Council, but voting cannot be done. Voting cannot be done. Even money bill also can be introduced only in where? Assembly, not in this Council. Executive control also very less. They can ask the question to the minister, but they cannot introduce the no confidence motion, which highly controls the executives. And it is just a revising body. It's act like a check against any hasty legislature, that's all. Okay. Many people criticize why such thing when we have Assembly and all those things. But anyway, sometime what will happen, Assembly is there, na? They can introduce any legislature, okay, which is not favorable to the people who are living in that state. And that time, in that situation, this legislature can delay that passing of that legislation. Until that time, Assembly can dissolve. Possibility, probability, right? Okay, so here, in short, Assembly is more powerful compared to the Council. Council is having limited power. Okay, and Assembly, it is having a diverse representation across the state. MLA is there in each and every district, right? That is there, na? But regarding the Council, they don't have diverse representation. Some are, from a particular background, okay, or represent the particular area in a state, or governor nominated, those who are representing from a particular field like science, technology, art or literature. Okay, and election to the MLC and MLA both conducted by the Election Commission of India. Please remember, Election Commission of India will conduct the election to the President, Vice President, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, MLA and MLC. State Election Commission will conduct the election at a local level. We have Sarpanch, we have ward member, we have corporators, right? For those things, for those people, the elections will be conducted by the State Election Commission. And for Parliament level and State Legislature level, the elections will be conducted by Election Commission of India. Got it? Right, so I hope you understood State Legislature, then we discuss about State Assembly, then State Council, then the difference between the State Assembly and State Council. Okay.